Hello everyone, this is the Cajun Gaming Guild, and Little Giant coming to you today. It is Throwback Thursday once again. And the Acadian Games were last weekend, which I was very, very busy with, involved with coaching a soccer team. We did very well in comparison to the last few years, and overall, our region came in first place, so we had a heck of a fun time. But now I'm back and I got some videos to show you guys. So here today we are going to go over the Infected. If you guys haven't tried it out, probably a game I've played, I don't know, 2, 3 times, very many hours I put into those 2, 3 times. It's fun, man, like really fun. And the developer has been continuously working on it. Version 23 just came out, I believe, 2 days ago. He's really doing a job on this game, and for the price of it, I mean, you can see the graphics right there. The game is nice. It looks good. It plays good, and he's continuously working on it. And yeah, $20 in Steam, I believe, is what this game is worth right now. Canadian, $20. Um, I was just there taking a look and it was 35% off. And it was like, I don't know, 14, 15 bucks Canadian, something like that. But that sale is ending in 30 minutes. So I won't even have this video out by the time the sale is over. But if you put it on your wish list, it will come on sale again, I am sure. All right, so because of the new update, the developer suggests that you make a new save, just because there's so many new changes, and for balancing purposes and stuff, he suggests you do a new save. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to make a new game. It's going to be basically new for me because all the old stuff has been like completely changed. He changed the starting tutorial. He's changed, like at the start you used to get an ATV and you don't get that anymore, but it is in the game. You just have to find it. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to click new game here. We're going to take a look at the settings, see if anything here has changed. It looks like it's basically the same so far. I take and I disable head bobbing. I don't like head bobbing. Stats depletion, we're going to just do normal. Sun resistance, vital stat on and off. We're just going to leave it to what it's supposed to be. I do not want free build. I need to be able to, that's not really fun. It takes away from the game if you can. It's basically creative mode, right? And I don't want creative mode, guys. I want to be able to have fun like the way the game is designed. Okay, technologies. Okay, you need technology blueprints in order to do certain things in this game, and you have to find those blueprints in all the derelict and like ruined towns full of zombies. So if you have this disabled, well, you can just build whatever you want whenever you want. Again, it's creative mode. I don't like that, right? So yeah, and right now there is only sandbox mode. Okay, story mode is a coming. That's what he did post, that it was coming real soon here. And it is still in early access, so can't really complain too much, but it is an awesome game. So, tree respawning enabled. I do want that happening. I want the thunder and lightning. I want the 4 seasons. I have tried like only summer and only winter challenges, and I want to tell you, you want a challenge, you want to try one of those. Okay, they're interesting because in the summer you can overheat, and in the winter you can freeze. And I'm telling you, it's not so easy. All right. Especially the first couple of years of the game, like it's crazy how hard it is. Month length, so you can switch the in minutes. So if you want like a whole month of game time to go by in an hour, meaning in 12 hours you'll have gone through a year, right? And you can change that to whatever you think. I usually put it to a couple hours a month just because. And temperature change type, I'm going to put it in Celsius because I am from Canada and I get Celsius. You guys might want to change it to Fahrenheit depending on where you're from. Autosave time, I suggest for sure that you do this, okay? And I would put it to every 5 minutes, because, and this was a couple years ago, but the game would crash once in a while. It wasn't very often, but when it did, it sucked. And you wish this was every 5 minutes and every 15 instead of 15 minutes. So now I put it to 5 minutes every single time. And then it says enable autosave. Well, I'm going to enable it. Okay. Then we have AI. All right, so this is the mobs. So spawns and POIs. Well, obviously I want that. Number of AI per POI 3. Okay. Spawns wandering AOIs. Of course, I want all of it. AI stats. So this you can put how much health they have. This determines the difficulty of the game. I'm going to leave it as normal. All right. Base attack spawns. Base attack start day. So on the 5th day, they will start to attack my base. And frequency in days. So every 2 days after that, they will come and attack my base, which is fine. I don't really care about that sort of thing. Horde attack. On day 14 will be the first horde. Attack frequency in days. So every 3 to 5 days after that, we'll have a horde attack. And I'm going to increase that, but I'm going to also increase the mob count to 10. Because I don't feel like 5 mobs is a horde, really. Alright, so we'll do that. Wildlife, enable predators, butchering, I could care less about that sort of thing. And then you can enable or disable creatures if you do not want to see them in the game, okay? Like, because a lot of these creatures, if they are predators, they'll come attack you, alright? So you have to be careful for that. But the biggest pains in the ass, in my opinion, are these damn scorpions, because you can barely see them, and man, they sneak up to you, and what a friggin' pain they can friggin' be. I don't like them. So that's the only creature I don't. It's not like they're gonna kill you. They do 2 damage. So we're gonna type a name game, a game name, a game name. We're just gonna call it Little Giant Playthrough. And, well, we're going to go ahead and start the game. All right, so, been a while since I played. So you guys will have to forgive me if I mess up a few times. It looks, whoa, right off the bat I can see they have improved the graphics. Huge amount. I don't like, it looks like there's like a screen blur on. Hopefully that will be a little bit better. I just found it very choppy there. It still feels choppy. It feels like it looks like a screen blur. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to it yet. But all right. So right away, you can pick up rocks. Okay, pushing the E button, you can do different things. If you press J, you have a journal. Again, it's going to take me a minute to get used to it because it is all brand new to me. I haven't played it in at least a year. And this is completely changed. This doesn't even look anything close to what it normally used to be. But this is cool. I like the way they have this set up. So gather a stone, gather a stick, craft a stone axe, craft a stone blade. Okay, so we're going to look around. Sticks and stuff can be a little bit of a pain to find on the ground. And I don't have a clue where I'm at. Okay, there is the map still works. That's good. So this map, I'm the little red, the red marker. If I can get myself there, there we go. All those green dots that you see are towns. Okay, they are, or sometimes there's only 1 or 2 houses. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 houses. Sometimes there's friggin' big skyscrapers. Sometimes there's like it just depends on where you go and what there is going to be there. And you can see there's traders. If you look at the legend up in the top right there, there's caves, okay? There's a truck that you can actually find and fix up and repair and use. And I'm telling you, it's super duper handy, all right? If you can get to that truck, you want it as soon as possible. Now, you'll notice the truck location is not showing on the map. Neither is the ATV or the ATV trailer. There's a reason for that. You have to find it first. So when you actually look at it and see it on your screen, it will pop up on your map from that point on. Okay, so you want to find those things. And they're normally in town. So you just have to go look around all the towns and eventually you will find that stuff. One thing I did, if it's the same as the other game, you are going to want to plop your butt next to a cave, right? Because in caves, you're going to find a ton of mining resources that you're not just going to find anywhere. And those caves are super important for that, okay? And I also remember, if they haven't changed it, and I wouldn't say they did, up in the top there, there's that brown splotch right there. That's a swampy area, if I remember correctly. And there's crocodiles, and those crocodiles drop skins, like crocodile skins, that you can use to make a backpack to allow for more inventory space. You are going to want to get that sooner rather than later. Okay, so some people might want to go up and build next to that cave up there. The only problem with that is when you are going out to try and find blueprints, you're going to find those in the towns. And if you make your base way the heck up there, it's going to take you forever to get way down in the bottom. So you're way better off to go make your base kind of like centralized, like anywhere's basically in this area, and like anywhere's in this area at all, really. Even where I started isn't horrible. It's just I would like to be beside this cave over here, probably. So I might actually just walk over to this cave and start building right there. I think that would be fine. It'll be definitely not too shabby. And there's a lake nearby. I mean, it's not super close, but it is there. Or maybe I might want to go and find a cave that's closer to a river. Like, let's say this one right here. This cave, the X marks the spot. There's a river right next to it. So that might be a good spot to start. This cave right up here has a little pond or something. I can see it right underneath of it. That would be a good place. And that spot right there with all the roads and stuff in the center of my screen, that's like all those high rises I was telling you about. They're like apartment buildings. There's tons of loot there, right? So again, you're going to want to choose a spot that you like and what you favor, and you can tell by looking at the grounds, the map, that like there's deserty areas, there's forested areas, there's plains, there's mountains, there's like it's you have to build smart. And my water level is already dropping pretty heavy. I thought that having the map open would pause the game, but I forgot it does not. So we got to get moving. And for now, I think what I'm going to do for today, just to show you guys the game, I think we're going to go over here and we're going to get set up next to this X right over here. All right. So we are going to make our way that way. We'll pick up some stuff along the way and see what we can do. You can sprint, if I remember correctly. There's our stick. You want to pick up as much stuff as you can, too. It's been a while. Like I say, they've changed this. Holy, I can't even believe how much it's changed. It's not like completely different, but it definitely looks different. It feels different. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. You gotta watch out because you can run into roamers. They're rare out and about like this, but you can do it, so you just gotta be aware of that. I don't even know what my next quest is. I never looked. Craft a stone axe, okay. Craft a weapon. Okay, open your inventory and click on the crafting icon. Anvil and hammer, then you can drag a stone and stick. Okay, but what is the crafting inventory? I do not. Q, no. Tab, no. Can't remember. And you never just told me that, did you? So how do we do that? The build tab icon looks like books just left of the crafting tab in your inventory. Okay, so how did we open the inventory? The eye? Okay. So we have build, we have craft, we have technology. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to craft. You pull a stick and a stone, and you just hit the craft, and now you have an axe. And that will go on your back. You have 4 slots that you can equip either weapons or tools in. After that, you have to drop them on the ground. So you can build a tool rack to keep. So if you're going out and about into town and you're going to kill zombies, you're probably not going to want to bring tools to pickaxe and like, you know what I'm saying? You want to bring just weapons. And when you're back at your base, you're going to want to put your weapons up and just keep one on you and like have your axe and your pickaxe and whatever else on you. Again, you'll figure all that out as you go, but for now, we do have that. We're going to push 1 to equip the axe into our hand. And there's another stick. Sometimes you can see a little glow on the stick that helps you to see it. You want to collect a little bit of this stuff because you're going to need it. But now that we have an axe, that's huge. It's going to help us do a few different things. Craft a stone blade, okay? So just like a stone axe, craft a stone blade on the crafting table. It requires just 1 stone, okay? It's a pretty easy one to do. And but I haven't seen too many stone. We're in the desert area. You're going to see more. It's like a sandstone rock here, if I remember correctly. Like all these rocks, they're breakable, but they're like a sandstone. So not really what we're looking for. That looks like a stone, but I can't pick it up. That's strange. Okay, maybe it's not. Now, am I way off track? Nope, not. Once I get out of this desert area, should be a tiny, tiny bit better. So let's just hurry the heck up and get out of here. I hear something over there. It's a pig. Pigs never used to attack you. And animals, you'll hear sounds like that, and you'll constantly hear them. But they have to be a certain distance from you. And sometimes, even though it sounds like he was right next to me, he's not. All right, but it's just a warning that there is one nearby and that you got to watch out for it. The pigs normally do not attack unless you attack them first. So you don't really have to worry about it. So this log right here, I know you can cut this. Okay. Now this is going to give me firewood. I would like to have it, all of it, if I can pick it up. I did pick up a stone. I did see that. Let's just make sure we're going in the right direction. We're pretty darn close to going in the right direction. The graphics are very nice. I mean, they weren't completely horrible before by any stretch, but wow, they improved them. Like quite a bit. And it's quite smooth. A lot smoother than I'm giving them credit for sure. Alright, there's tons of stones in the area too. I like it. Or like rocks that you can break down. So once you have your stone, you can build a stone blade just by a rock, just putting a rock down. And what that's going to do is with that stone blade, I believe it's that, and maybe a stick, and not 4 sticks. If you try and put 4 sticks down like I just did there, oh, hold on. Now, is there a way to... No? Oh, I see. Split 1. So if you right click on it and hold down the right button, I could split it there, right? Split 1, split half. This is still not a valid recipe, and I think I know why. Because you need also some plant fibers, if I remember it correctly, for this one. So we're going to see, it says gather plant fiber. Can be gathered by chopping down trees. Use your stone axe and chop one down. Logs will drop to the ground and plant fiber will automatically be added to your inventory if there is room in it. Otherwise, it will be dropped on the ground also. That sound that you just heard there, that was a fox. Or no, it was a raccoon. And those raccoons, I don't think they attack you. But again, all those animals, even though they don't attack you, you might want to try and get some because it's food. It's grub, man. And you're going to need some sooner rather than later. But more importantly, you're going to need water. And that's running low already. Usually you start the game with some. Oh, a chicken. I like it. You go to your food pack and it shows you what you have. You end up with 5 basically good drinks of water. And you end up with beef stew that hits up all the basic food groups. If you look to the right, you're going to see a red bar is your health. Your blue bar is your stamina. Your bluish bar is your water level. And then after that, you have your food bar, which is the green one. And that is all completely made up with the 4 food groups that you see underneath of it. So certain foods are going to fill up certain ones of those. So let's say you're lacking in meats, well, and all the other 3 bars are full. Well, your green bar is never going to be full because you need to have all of them full if you want your green bar to be full. And that's how this game works. It is quite realistic in that sense. So you have to make sure that you try and find specific food groups. Like some vegetables will give the second lot, the apple, it looks like an apple, like there's fruits. So that'll increase those. But some vegetables will be like the next one with, I can't remember what they all are now. But let me see if I can actually find it. No, I don't remember how you can do that now. It's been a while. Oh, right here. So you have protein, carbohydrates, fat, and vitamins. Okay, so some veggies will give you vitamins where others will not. So you have to make sure you eat the right ones in order to get all four of these up. And it's not too difficult, but those rations that you start the game with, well, they hit up everything. So it does help a huge amount um, to have a bunch of those. And I think you have 5 uses. So basically, the first day or two, you don't even have to really worry too much about food and water, but you still should. You still should try and get it so that you can, um, so that you're ready for when you do need it, type of thing. Okay, so that cave should be right here somewhere, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's right there. You can see the entrance. Okay. So I'm going to build my base somewhere in this area right here. It's not perfectly flat land. I do remember that. It never was, and that's okay. I don't need it to be perfectly flat, but that's what the cave looks like. I'm not going to go in there. Not that there shouldn't be any creatures in there or anything, because I took the scorpions out, and that's usually where they're at. But it doesn't much matter. I just don't really want to go in there right now, because it's going to be dark once you go in. So we are going to start our little base. It's just going to be a little startup base so you guys can see how to play the game. All right. There's a little bit to this game. It's super duper fun, man. Love this game. I hope you guys like it too. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So we're going to chop down some trees. All right. Gather plant fiber. Did it actually go in my inventory or fall to the ground? Nope, we got some. So now we can go ahead and make what it wants me to make, which I'm assuming is a pickaxe. Yep, it is. Don't forget to look at the, okay, now this is where the infopedia here, I like that about this game. So if you click on the infopedia, it shows you every single item you can make in this game. So you might want to take a few minutes and look all this stuff over. Okay, it'll tell you what you need, like iron ingots for the iron axe head, right? Well, you're a ways off from iron ingots, but at least you know what to look for when you need to get it. This large backpack, I was telling you about the croc skins, you want that as soon as you can, but that's mid game, man. Like that ain't happening in the first 5 days, right? It shouldn't anyway. Then you have like foods and drinks and different recipes. You got resources that you can find, resources that you can make, armors that you can make. All right, to help you out. A mining helmet. All right, different little cool things like that. The first aid kits and the bandages and the stuff to heal yourself with. Everything and anything that you need to know is in this book. And looks to me like they've added stuff like the tire that wasn't there before, right? So they've added new things. I really, really love this game for this because here's another good thing. So let's say I'm looking to make this pickaxe. So I made the stone blade. I'm looking for the stone pickaxe. If you click on it, it pulls all the stuff out of your backpack, puts it on the crafting bench, and all you have to do is click craft. Before I do, though, let's say I was making arrows and I wanted to make 20 arrows. Well, instead of manually inputting 20 here, you could just hit this and it'll craft the maximum amount of arrows that you have parts for in your backpack. So if you had enough to make 20 in there, it would make all 20 for you just by hitting this button. All right. So those sort of little tricks will help you out and speed up your game considerably. Okay. So now we craft our first. That whole quest is done. Okay. Now we have to craft our first weapon. All right, so open your inventory, click on the crafting icon. There you can drag the necessary items to craft a stone spear. Don't forget to look at the itempedia for details. Okay, so if you hit the scroll wheel, you can change your items like that. Okay, and I want to draw your attention to the bottom right. You'll see a little circle that says stone axe way to the bottom right. And the circle is broke a little bit at the top. That is your durability. So when your item, that little white circle disappears completely, your axe will break and you will have to make a new one. Or if you have an iron axe, you will have to sharpen it. Sharpening it will increase the durability to max again. And you can do it as many times as you want, but making those sharpening stones is going to be a pain. It's not something that happens right away either. So you have to be aware that you're going to break axes, you're going to break stone pickaxes and stuff for the first little bit. So it wants me to make something here. But because I already know the game, and I have a bunch of firewood on me, okay? I'm not going to fully follow the tutorial right this second because I do need to get some of this stuff on me. We are going to go here and we are going to, I believe it is the build menu. I'm going to show you guys this. So there is construction things and there's placeable things, all right? Construction is going to be basically anything to do with your house or your fort or your castle or whatever you plan on making. Walls, ceilings, doors, windows, roofs, stairs, railings. Others are like gates, spike traps to kill off the mob so they can't get to you. There's even an elevator now, I heard. I heard there's like the gates, the metal gates and stuff. There's even garage doors, I believe. I'm just not sure where they're at. So those things are all pretty darn cool things. These spike traps, I got to tell you right away, you want to build these as soon as you can because if mobs come at you, they'll get impaled on those trying to catch you. And it helps a huge amount. You'll be able to get them, like melee weapon them to death if they can get caught on those. So you do want that. Barbed wire fence is brand new. Haven't seen it until right now. So that's awesome. And then let's go to the placeable. So this is going to be your workbenches, all right? Storage, so tons of different storage things that you can use. A cooler is brand new. Store and preserve a small amount of food. That's completely brand new. Never saw that one yet. These sandstone crates, cold crates, and stone crates, amazing things. You want these as soon as you can. All right, then you have like fruit cakes or fruit crates, I should say. But these firewood stands, plank stands, log stands, and stick stands, you're going to want one of each of these right away. Okay, as soon as you can, you're going to want a storage container right away. It's just because you're going to need to get the crap that's on you that you don't need in your backpack. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to pick anything up. It's just going to completely tell you, nope, can't pick that up. Sorry, nope, can't pick that up. So right away, I have a bunch of firewood. We are going to create this, and what it does, like in most games nowadays, it's going to allow you to make a blueprint of this. Okay, so I believe you can rotate with the scroll wheel. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. You push E button to build a blueprint. Okay, and then you can hit escape to cancel, and this needs 6. If you look to the bottom left, it says materials needed 0 out of 6 sticks. Okay, and any sticks that you have in your backpack right now, so right now I have 4 sticks. If I hit E, it's going to add all 4 of those there. So now I have 4 out of 6, and I'm just going to have to go get 2 more sticks. So these bushes over here, these are the bomb. With your axe, hit them twice. They should break into a bunch of sticks, and you just hold your E button. You're going to collect a bunch of them. Oh, I'm already full because I have so much firewood on me. It only allowed me to pick up the same 4 sticks because that's a stack of 4 sticks. So now that that's done, that firewood stand is complete. It's built. It says you can hold E to add firewood, or you can right click to take firewood. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just keep pressing the E button, and once it stops adding firewood, well, you know that all the firewood in your backpack is gone now. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and we're going to build another storage place. We want to build a stick stand as well, and we're going to put that right nearby here. We'll put that right here. We'll go ahead and do that, and this also takes 6 sticks, so we're going to add 3. We're going to run up here, grab those sticks that we did not collect the first round. Ooh, I picked up that rock. Not that it matters because we do want it. I want more sticks though because we're going to build some more stands, and they all take sticks, I believe, at the start. So we want them. We want to build a few different stands just to get our storage problems solved right away. So that's going to take care of that. Now I'm going to put all those sticks I just picked up in the stand. They're gone now. It's awesome. So now look at my backpack. Now I got room finally. So next we are going to focus on a let me see here. What do we want to focus on next? I would like, we still need more storage, but I would like to make the storage container, which is going to take planks. Okay, so planks are not going to happen right away. It's going to take a few minutes to get to planks, but not too long. We should have some in like uh, a couple game hours. All right, it's 5:44 p.m. By 7:44, we should have planks. It's not going to be all that horrible. Okay, so right off the bat, though, I want to make some plank stands because once we start making them, we want to put them somewhere. I'm going to put my plank stands further away from those two things, not much further away, but we'll go and put those right around here. Let's go. We're going to do one. We're going to build a couple, just maybe two, three to start. Okay. So we're just going to build three, hit escape, and we're just going to go cut another bush down and leave those other sticks alone because you're going to need tons of resources. Just like any survival game out there, you're going to need stuff, man. And I need room. I'm going to have to clear this entire area out. And trees do respawn, but they won't respawn where you've built, within like so many blocks of where you've built. So like as long as if I was to build like a floor, just one square of floor right there, all the trees in the area would not respawn for quite a distance from it. I can't remember exactly how far, but it would keep them from regrowing. So just don't worry about that if that's what your concern is, that the trees are going to grow um, on top of your base and stuff. Now, sometimes I've noticed that grass used to, but they fixed that, I believe, in one of the patches, and it no longer does that anymore. So you shouldn't have to worry about that either. All right, more sticks here. Okay, so sprinting, you actually, okay, I was going to say, I thought you just had to hit the button, but um, I did hit the button, but we're good now. Okay, so like, okay, so I'm not sprinting. If you hold it down for a second, you can't let go. You have to hold down the button. But I thought that you used to be able to hit like a toggle. Let me just go quickly check. Um, Key, run, left shift. I was hoping that you could toggle it. You know what I mean, guys? I don't know if you know what I mean. Instead of like holding the button down, just hit it once and then you could run. But I don't know if you can do that. Helmet light L. Okay, that's good to know. I couldn't remember that. Look up, look down, run, blah, blah, blah. Audio, video. I'm going to say no, you cannot do that. Okay, well, at least I looked. All right. So you do have to hold down the shift button to run. Now that we have those three things, we have to focus on planks, okay? We need logs as well, but logs, we don't need a log stand yet, and you'll see why. You will need them later, but you just don't need them this early. So we're going to go to the build menu again. We need placeables, and we need a saw bench, okay? There's a circular saw bench and a regular saw bench. Okay, the circular saw bench is way faster and way more efficient, but it requires a bunch more shit that you can't make for a long time. And you need one of those tech points I was telling you about found in the towns. So it's absolutely useless to try and build this right away. You're just going to start off, and you're not just going to build one of these. You're going to build a couple of them. And most of the time when I start this game, I'm going to build a couple, like two or three of them. I want to keep them a tiny distance away from that, from the storage. And I usually leave maybe, I don't usually leave a gap between them though. Not a big gap if there's one, but just a tiny gap. And I'm going to kind of put like an angle on the third one. So something like that. Okay. And that should be fine. For these, you just need logs. Okay, so logs do not go in your backpack. You can only hold 3. So you just pick 3 up, bring them back, and you have to hold your button to put them in. And bam, we got one. Now, all you have to do is put a log in on top of the table, and it will automatically cut that down into planks, which will appear in the stand that's attached to the table. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and make another one while that's working. We're going to put another log because we want more planks. And then you can take these out by clicking your right button and then pushing E here and just to store them out of the way. We're going to go here and we're going to cut this tree down because we need more logs. We're going to need a ton of logs, like hundreds and hundreds of logs. It's not going to happen on day 1, but we do need them. Okay, so we're going to pick up 3. We need planks. That's what day 1's all about. Getting lots of planks, lots of wood, getting set up to make one very important thing. All right, and some people may not focus on this. That's totally up to how you play the game. I focus on this right away. So we're going to snip down another tree. The stone axe is already like a quarter of its durability is gone. Right? So, and obviously better axes, the better and faster this goes. Now, another thing that I never taught you guys yet or showed you guys. Okay, so that sound effect that you just heard means, if you look bottom left, it shows my person's head that I'm like dizzy or whatever. I'm not feeling so shit hot. Well, it means that I'm probably thirsty. If you hold the I button and you can hover over that, well, it doesn't actually show you, but I know that that's what that means. It means that I'm thirsty. I can't remember where you see that at. Maybe there's a way you can look at it, but I don't see it. But anyhow, I know that that means I'm thirsty. Okay. Oh, actually, one or more of your vital stats are low. It does if you hover over it at the right spots. It shows you that. So I just happen to know that that's my water. I'm down to 7 out of 100. If you ignore this, and I did, my first time playing, I didn't realize that it mattered that much, but it does. You will slowly die. You'll start to lose health. If you die, your max health goes down a point. Next time you revive, you'll have 99 hit points. There are ways to increase your max health, and it's very difficult in this game. So if you want to challenge yourself, do 100 days of this game and see how high you can get your max health up. That's a challenge, my friends. That's a good challenge. And I promise you, it's not going to be that easy. So this flask, okay, we can have a swig of this. So you right click on it, you're going to drink it, and it's going to empty it. See, I emptied all 60, and all that did was bring up my thirst 60 points. That's how important water is right away, guys. All right? But again, this also gives thirst. So if I was to right click on this right now, I'd get another 50 drink, which I don't need right now. So I'm going to wait till my drink is down to 50 before using it. So the very first item you should focus on, furniture, building, whatever you want to call it, is going to be this. You're going to go to your build menu, placeables, and you want to look for others, I believe it is, and you want this water basin. I love the water basin. Okay, you need to have it out in the open for it to collect water, because it can't, like if you put it in a shelter or whatever, it's not going to collect water. It's not something you have to have in base. This is where you can collect drinking water, just like any lake, any pond, any river. You can collect drinking water at any of those places. Okay, but I want one near my base. So what I do is I build one, sometimes even 2 of these, just to have the spare drink. So, and it's not super expensive. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. They only cost, I believe, 6 planks. So we're going to go here. We are going to take as many planks as I can hold in my backpack, which, as you can see, is quite a few. Look, that's quite a few. And we're going to go over here and we're going to build these. So, how do these fill? Well, as soon as it starts raining. And trust me, it rains in this game. Quite often, actually. I'm surprised it hasn't. So, it's going to rain here probably before morning. It'll rain. And when it does, those will fill up fairly quick, and we will be able to use the water in them to drink. But again, you're not going to drink that water directly, because if you do, you can get sick. You have to boil the water down, right? So that's important in this game. Like in most survival games, boil it down first. Okay? So the next thing I like to focus on is B, a shelter. Okay? You don't have to go with like a straight up friggin' full on base. So you see it looks like it's starting to rain. Yep, it is. Told you. I was surprised. So I built those things right on time. Like perfect timing, really. And now they're going to start to fill up. And it doesn't take long for them to fill up, I promise. Okay? So now, if I hit the E button, okay? When you hit the E button, it opens up your water or your food menu, okay? And it says here, take water. So all you do is you drag your flask, and you have to make sure there's enough water in there. You see how the little circle is filling up? That filled, so that took 60 water. These, I believe, hold 200 or 300 water. So that took 60 of the water and put them right in my flask, but it's not drinkable water. Do not forget that. Okay, guys, because if you do, you're going to be sick and you're going to be... So this frog, that'd be yummy to eat. That's good meat right there. But I don't have a way to kill it yet, so we're just going to keep on trucking. So we want to make a shelter. That's what I was telling you guys before we got interrupted by the rain. So we're going to go over here to the build menu. We want, I believe it's a construction, and it's a is it a foundation or is it an other? It's an other. So the shelter, it's basically just a 4x4, a 1x1 lean-to. Okay, that's all it is. It's nothing more than that. I'm going to put it out of the way, but I'm going to put it near my water so that I can still collect water in those, because if you put it on top of the water bins, they won't collect water, which kind of defeats the purpose, right? I'm going to put one there, and I want to put one kind of right next to it if I can, so that I'm covering 2 areas, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and build these. All they take is wood logs. That's it. So these smaller trees also drop logs, but not that many. I think they only drop 4. So this would be perfect. Or did it drop 4? It dropped 3, I think. And what else? That's it? Okay, so it dropped 3. This big tree drops quite a few. I think this one drops 7. It's like 2 small trees plus 1, if I remember correctly. Okay, finish this first one off. Put the other ones in there. Okay, good. So we have a shelter built. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we are going to drop. I pushed the right button. It dropped all my logs there. And I forgot to... I'm going to bring this firewood here. You can move this whole stand by pushing the N key, and it's going to bring everything with it. All right, the whole works is going to be here when you drop this. Well, it used to, maybe maybe they changed it, but no, it still does. So now that firewood is out of the storm. Okay, not that it really matters. I don't think it matters in this game for firewood, but it does matter for campfires. So if your campfire is out there, it will put it out. If your smelters are out there, it will put those out as well. So you have to have those underneath the shelter. Okay. Now, next we're going to go ahead and we are going to make the fire pit because we need that up and running as quickly as possible. So there we got a placeable, others, and the campfire, and that's pretty cheap to make as well. We're just going to kind of put it out of the way. We'll put it right here, and that's going to require 10 stones, so I had 2 on me, and 8 firewood. So yeah, it's a good thing we have a bunch of firewood right here, right? So those 3 I'm going to keep there, and I'm going to show you guys something. So if you hold, it says expand with the right button, hold the button down, and you can harvest or you can destroy, all right? If you click harvest, it absolutely basically just harvested that log into a bunch of sticks and a bunch of firewood. Okay, you can also harvest firewood down into sticks if you want to go even further. So if you're looking for firewood and you can't find any because those logs that are on the ground, so like the first one that I chopped at the very start of the game, it was just a felled tree that was rotting on the ground. If you chop that up, all that gives you is firewood. All right. So this is done now. Firewood is done. I'll put my last piece of firewood there. I need stones. So I could hit the 2 button. We can pull out the old pickaxe. And we're just going to go out here. We're going to mine us a stone. Now, you can tell by looking at the stones what they're going to provide. These are all just regular stones. Okay, and you can carry. And there's a weight system in this game. Don't think there's not. So you'll notice I'm really slow right now. If you look on top of my health bar to the right, it says 55.2 out of 50. You're going to be friggin' slow and no, you cannot run this way. So if there's creatures on you, you better drop stuff or you're dead. All right. So you want to be careful for that. If you're even if you're like 50.1, you're going to be this slow. So you want to always be underneath that 50 kilograms. But I knew I'd be able to make it here with no problem. Our fire pit now is complete. Okay, so now we need to build. The next thing we want to build is a storage place for our stones. Okay, because we have a bunch on us, which is going to require more stuff than we can get right now. So actually, it's not really the best thing to build. But we're going to have the blueprint down so we can build it later. We're going to need more than one, so we're going to build 2. But we need nails. Nails are not something we can get right away here. But we can find nails in towns if we get lucky. All right. So we'll end that. We're going to also build some of these storage containers. I just want one for now, just to maybe get some of the like the stones and stuff out of off of me as well. You can put anything in these really, so I'll build one here and one here. They're not super expensive, 8 planks a pop. Okay, so really by rights, a couple logs. No room in my backpack, eh? So what do I have in my backpack that's so I must have a bunch of like wood chips and sort of things like that. So you're going to notice that as you cut trees down, you're going to get stuff like wood chips, bark chips, plant fibers and stuff. Yeah, you do need this stuff for some things, but you're not going to need it for a lot of things. And so what I usually do is these chests, you can actually mark on them. You can put names on them and organize your stuff, which I really love about this game. You can do it right away. You don't have to friggin' mess around and get all this high technology to do that. So you can start organizing almost immediately if you'd like. And I will have one chest full of bark chips, one chest full of plant fibers and cloth, for instance. And you organize the way you want. Okay. So for now, though, I need to get rid of those bark chips because they take a ton of spots, like a 4x4 slot in your backpack. I hate it. So if you want to, you can push shift and right click will move the whole stack. Okay. Or you can push alt and the right click to move one, or you can just just click the right button on it and then hit move all if you want. So if I was to do this, all the stones are going to move. Boom. Super awesome. To be honest, that move all thing was not there. They just implemented that as far as I can tell. Okay. Very slick. Love it. Then you can take all, if let's say you wanted to take everything in this, you could take all of it with that button and auto stack sort items. So if you have stuff in your backpack, like if I had more stones, you could do this and it would automatically take all of the wood chips and stack them where they belong. All right, and let's try that out. I'm just going to, let's see, split half. I'm going to pull 22 of those and let's just do this. See? Bam, it pulled the rest, stacked them there, and then just made a new stack. Friggin' slick, I want to tell you. I love that. All new stuff that they just implemented with the newest patch. Okay, so yeah, it was still workable before, but man, the quality of life is there. I like that a lot. So you'll notice I can't put my plank in there because it's too long. So if you move stuff over, oh, you still can't put it in there. So they must have made it so that you can't put planks in there anymore. That's why you have their own storage out here, which is fine. Which is fine because there is storage for it. It's not like you don't have a place to put them. But I need 8, actually. I should have just kept those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have enough to build that other. What am I? Ah, 2 off. Darn. All right. It was close, so I'll just take 2. Okay, so now we have a couple storage crates for now. I'm not going to bother naming these because once I build my my like actual cabin, like my fortress, my house, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to put some of these storage crates inside and a lot of them, and I will have everything way more organized. This is just a starting setup so that you can get on making water, because right now look at my water. It's already down to 22. Okay, so you have to stay up on that, top of that, sorry, or else it's gonna haunt you, and it's gonna haunt you quick. All right, so all this wood, we want some more planks. All I'm doing is pushing the E button while I'm near those things, and it automatically puts it up. Oh, I want to right click and I want to harvest because I want more firewood. Perfect. Now you can click on this fire pit right here, click on your backpack, and you can pull firewood into the center, and you'll notice that circle will start to fill up. Okay, meaning that's how much fuel you have. You can fill it up if you want, but I'm going to warn you, it will not shut off on its own. You have to turn it off yourself. You can even put wood chips in there. That will give it a little tiny blurb on the circle. You can even put fiber in there. That will also give it. You could put this in there, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe you can't. But again, you have to be careful because you do not want to let this thing run dry. So what I mean by that, so to light it, you're going to bring your lighter over. You're going to put it there. It lights your fire. From this point, you have a bucket up here. You can pull this dirty water into the bucket, and it's going to have 60 out of 200. Go over to your buckets. These are like solid full now. You're going to fill water again with that. Go over to your fire pit. You're going to fill this again with more dirty water. And that timer is working on the fire pit to clean it, but I keep resetting it as I fill the water. So the quicker you can fill that thing to 200, meaning if you had to run all the way to a lake and back, by the time you get back, that water's boiled, which sucks. But if you can fill it to 200 and let that little circle fill up, now once it gets filled, all that water will be boiled water, all 200 of it. Then you can fill up this 3+ times, and you'll have 3+ drinks. So it's basically, you don't have to do this every single day, right? You could do this once every couple days and have like 3 good swigs throughout the day. So now it's going to be clean water. Now, in my flask, I have 40 out of 60 dirty water. Well, I don't want it. So first off, I'm going to use this. I'm going to drag it over here in the middle, and it's going to put out the fire. Yes. Bam. Fire is out. And it cost me 1 water. All right. 1 dirty water. Then I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to empty it. Gone. All right. No more dirty water. Then you can use it for the clean water. And now I'm good. 60 clean water. Drink that just like as if it was nothing wrong. All right. Before I leave, I'm going to fill it up again. Now we're going to eat 1 ration. All right. So we're going to right click on that. We're going to eat 1 because that's going to fill up a bunch of my stats, which really helped huge. And my stamina bar was, the max stamina was down low. Now it's back to full again, right? Because that is based on the food. Okay. So we're good. It's looking good. The only thing that's not looking good at this point is the energy bar. All right. It looks like kind of like an orangey brown color there. That bar there is your energy bar. And it is important that you have that energy, or that you keep an eye on that, because if you run out of energy, it's going to suck, man. All right. I'm warning you guys now. It sucks. Why can't I take these sticks? Okay, I can. We're going to bring the stick thing over as well. I don't see the point of having it all the way over here. We might as well keep everything together in one area. All right, so I'm just going to put these sticks in here. So next we are going to build a little foundation because we're going to have to start doing that sooner rather than later, okay? And since my energy is getting low, if we don't start it soon, we're going to be in trouble. So we're going to click on the foundation. Just a regular wooden foundation is fine, or you can do quarters, or you can do, like, there's different things you can build, okay? Wooden foundation too, I don't know the difference, but they all cost the same, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put just one of these. We'll do this one just to see what it looks more like a finished wood product. And you'll notice that you can rotate this again. Okay, so however you want your cabin to be angled. And you can also adjust the height by pushing the X button. All right, so you have to be aware of this because yeah, because it's good here, but when I come down to here, it's going to be high off the ground. So you're going to need to build steps, etc., etc. Okay, so we're going to start more like right here. I'm going to go with, and it will snap if you do it properly. It will snap to the one next to it. Okay, and because they're blueprints, you can do this right through trees and rocks and whatever else, but it will not allow you to build, I don't believe, until you clear those things out of the way. Okay, so be aware of that. So you can see how the foundation automatically rises up, okay, to meet. But I think that's going to be high enough for now. That'll be a good start for a little house, okay? Hit the escape, and now we're going to have to clear all this crap out of here. And while we do, we're going to use these things to build our house, okay? Because we're going to need planks and we're going to need logs. So we'll get this one first. Okay, so we got 3 of these. We're going to use these for planks. Did I only pick up 2? I must have. Where's that last one? Or did that one only drop 2? I wonder if they've changed things. It's possible. There's a stick there. Because you can pick up stuff through this, right? You can see that you can pick it up. Is this a bush? It is a bush. Let's chop this bush down because it will be in the way as well. All right. And we're going to chop this tree down. The very next item that you're going to see me build after the bed, that is, because I do want to build a bed right away, is it's like a wagon. It's like a tow. You pull it around. It's kind of like a wheelbarrow, but it's more like a wagon or a trailer type thing that you can tow around. And I'm telling you, it's slick. You're gonna want one. As soon as you can build one, you're gonna want one. But I believe that takes nails, so it's not something I can build right off the bat anyway. So we're gonna grab we're gonna put some of these sticks away first, okay? Because I know I have a ton on me. Inventory's looking somewhat okay. We have a bunch more bark chips. We're just gonna do this. Man, I love that feature. Holy, that's helping. I'm just gonna take as many planks as I can fit in my bag till it stops me. Okay, we're gonna put 2 here and grab those 2. There. And now we're gonna go up here. We're gonna start in this corner. We're gonna add the materials. So that's 6 planks there, 6 planks there, 6 planks there, 6 planks there. 5 out of 6. So that's great. We got 4 out of 5 of them have all the planks they need now. So now all we need to do is add logs to those. So we're going to go ahead and do that because I need to get that bed up and running as quickly as possible so I can go to bed and sleep for the night. Okay. So that's my goal basically. Oops. 4 logs each. So that's going to finish that one. Build a foundation. You cannot jump when you're carrying logs, by the way, either. But normally you can jump. Okay. And we're going to put some more logs here. That's great. Now, let's pull out a bed. See if we can't build one right now. Build placeable furniture, I believe it is. And just a plain old stinking ass bed. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like, you can take this apart later. I just need something for now. It says I need 6 planks, meaning I need to cut another tree because I don't have any planks left. I used them all up earlier. I mean, I have 4 over there, I guess, on my rack, but that's not enough. So we might as well just cut another tree down and cut some more of these. All right, good. Grab some more. We do have to get rid of that rock too. That's right there. Pain in the ass that is. That's gonna have to go away. Boom. Good. Okay, so we just need 6 of these. Now, we can use the bed, make a spawn point as the right click. So we're going to right click. Now we have our spawn point. You can click E. Otherwise, if you would have died, you would have ended up in that desert again where we started the game at. So you want to try and make this as quickly as you can. Now I'm going to use the bed. Hit the E. You'll notice your food and your water and stuff goes down. So wake up. You can hit the wake up as soon as you want. Don't leave it there because you'll keep sleeping and everything will drain, and that sucks. Once your bar's filled, wake up. All right. Otherwise you wasted a crap ton of food and water. Trust me, it sucks. So we're just gonna get rid of this rock because it's kind of right in the way as well. Okay. Oh, surprised we're not overweight from that. That's fine. We're going to go put all these rocks. Where did I put those in? Oh, okay. I thought I put them in this one, but I must have put them in this one. Move all. Perfect. We'll keep the rocks in this one. I like it. That didn't work like that. That's fine. We'll do this. We'll take everything on us there. That's great. And we might as well grab all these planks and finish off some more of my house. Starting at morning, it looks like. 6. Oh, we already had some. That's 6 of 6. 6 of 6. 4 of 6. Now all we need is some logs. We're going to go up here and grab this. We're going to have to make a new axe soon. As you guys can tell down the bottom right there, it's probably at a third left of durability. We'll build this. Good. That one's done. So I can't make it on top of here, which really sucks. So we're going to have to make one more foundation so that we can basically walk on top of that. That's how I like to have it. So we will go, I mean, you could build stairs right there if you wanted, but I don't really want to. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build another wooden foundation out, just like that. That should solve a lot of our problems. Because it's just a little too high, I can't. So that, we could build that there too, but it would go into the ground, and I don't want that. Stupid. So we're not going to bother with that. So that's fine. We're going to continue. Let's keep on going. Grab some more of these logs. And we need to cut down some more trees here. Oops. Missed completely. I think we're going to eat another bite of grub because we're down below 50 of water. So let's go ahead and do that. Oops, not what I wanted to do. I want to have some food. Right click, eat. There. That's good. Now we're looking pretty good for food and water. Okay. Okay, so those 3 have all the logs they need. All they need now is planks. So we're going to go ahead and get some planks going. That should take care of a lot of my problems. Then we have to start I'd like to say we need to start focusing on blah 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 blah. I'd love to, but you guys haven't seen the fighting in this game. You haven't seen any of that. We haven't found any blueprints, different things like that, and we need to because that's part of the game. It's as important as this base setup. We need to go out there, and in order to increase our tech, we need to go out and find tech points, which are found by like these blueprints that you're going to find in the towns. Okay, so as soon as we get this just a little bit more done here, we're going to take off and we are going to go do that. Okay, so let's take a look at our itemopedia thingamajig here. What I would really like to have had was some bones, because with bones you can make a bone spear. So the steel spear, a bone spear, or a stone spear. Okay, so we need a stone blade, 3 sticks, and 5 plant fibers. That's what we need to make a stone spear. It will be fine at the start, but we are going to need to make a bone spear sooner rather than later, just because they're stronger. They do more damage. So you want one of those. And all you need is bones. You can find those. All right. You don't even need to kill animals to find those. You can find them in chests or whatever. We'll have some soon enough. Okay. So for now, though, we will start out with 2 of these. We want 2. We're going to need 2 stone blades and 6 sticks and some plant fiber. We already have all of that. So we're going to go over here. We're going to grab 2 stones. Okay. Nope. I want to Alt. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. That's why. Okay, so we want 2 stones, and all we are going to do is click on the build or craft button. We're going to pull one of these out, and we're going to craft the maximum. This will give us 2 stone blades. Okay. Then we already have the plant fibers. So all we need is 6 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then we're going to go here. We're going to go to our itempedia. We're going to click on the stone spear. We're going to craft the maximum, which is going to put both of those on my back in the 2 slots that are left. Okay. So now we have 2 spears. With spears, it's a melee attack. You just have to left click to attack. The durability on these things goes down insanely fast. So be very careful. Bone ones are quite a bit better. Steel ones are even better. So you want to watch out for that durability, because you'll be like fighting 2, 3 creatures. By the time you finish the third, your spear sucks. Like you're almost going to want another one. So be aware of that. You can throw them, okay? And when you do, they're going to lose durability as well. You have to hold the control button down, okay? Hold the right button down, and you'll notice now I'm ready to throw. And all you have to do is hold the left button down, and wherever you're aiming, you'll see that it threw it, okay? 15 meters. It's fast, man. It works good in hunting, okay? It does work pretty decent, so don't worry about it. And then you can go pick it up. But again, it's probably damaged now, this one. So just be aware that it's going to cause damage. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe they... Oh, yeah, it did. But nothing bad. It was just a little niblet, actually, from that. But if you would have hit the animal, I think it would probably have done more damage. Okay? It's more just a penalty for missing type of thing. Yeah. So that's that. Now we are going to go for a little hunt. We have to. I need to show you guys that before I end this episode. You guys got the gist of, like, you can make walls, you can make roofs. I might make a second episode. I really enjoy this game a lot, so I probably will make a second episode so you can see more of what I've done. But in order to show you the full game and like how much fun this friggin' thing is, we got to go out and fight, man. We got to go find some zombies. We got to go clear out maybe a couple houses or something in a town so you can see what kind of fun there is in this game. There's a lot of management, resource management, everything like that, because you're going to have to, you can tell just by looking how much room you have. You have none, man, like none. So these bandages, I never told you guys about these. So these bandages stop bleeding when applied to wounds. Okay, these bandages cure infected wounds. So you'll notice sometimes when you get hit, on your body, on your character sheet, which is where? Here. It'll on your leg, like on your what do you call that? Your rag doll over to the right. On your arm, you might see a picture of a white circle with a red cross on it. Means you need to use a medicated bandage on that wound or it will keep damaging you. Okay, it's like an infected wound. If there's the other type, it's the bleed wounds. I can't remember. I think it's like a drop of blood, if I remember correctly. And it can be on your arms, it can be on your legs, it can be on your head. And wherever it is, you have to put the proper bandage at the proper spot, or you will like bleed out, or you will be infected and take damage for a long time. So you have to do it as soon as you see it. Okay, don't wait. So always carry some of these on you, and you start off with 5 of each, which should last you quite a long time. Like you should find more by the time you need them. And then to heal your life, though, these do not heal your life up. You need to find like first aid kits and different things like that. You will find those quite quickly, so don't worry about it. But you're gonna have to fight zombies to find those. They're not gonna be like free. You do have to fight for them. So we're gonna take a look at where we're at. Let's find one of these houses that's relatively nearby. This one over here in the middle of my screen, that used to be the starting area. Used to be able to get there. Or no, it's that one right here, actually. That one there, the top, the upper of the 2 green dots there was like the very first place you usually started at. Because the bottom one was where your quad was at, and that was your spawn point for the game. You always started there. Okay, so those 2 places could be cleared out, and there's probably some goodies there, but they're not close. This one up here is closer, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go do that right now. And I've made a base here before, so I already know how to get there relatively quick. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna show you guys all about this scrapping stuff. Okay, we're gonna run, but you can see my stamina's starting to get low. So when it runs out, you will walk for quite a little bit there. So try not to let it go out completely. Get it down to a low number, like right about now. And then just walk again. And then it'll go up. Otherwise, if you run it out, you'll crawl. Not just walk, but you'll crawl. So you don't want that happening. And then it'll regenerate up to 100 again. Then you can haul ass again. Yeah, so we're going to keep going. I'm taking a shortcut through the land to get to this place because I've done it a few times. I know how to get there. There's like a river and stuff over here, and you can follow the river up. And the ground, you see how wet the ground looks when it rains? Like it's pretty slick. I like it. Okay, we got to stop running for a minute. And of course, you can get wet, just like in most games. If it rains, you're going to get wet. There's the river. Okay, so on the other side of that river is that little village. Now, there's going to be Z's here. There's probably going to be 2 or 3. You usually, I'm going to warn you, I might even die, all right? Shields are awesome in this game. If you can get one, you can block a lot of attacks. But if I pull more than one mob, I'm probably dead. If I don't, if I pull just one, I'll probably be able to fight him off, because I did notice that in the newest patch, the developer also said that he has changed the mob so that they will attempt to dodge your blows now, which is new. They used to just basically stand still and swing at you and stand still and swing at you, but now I believe they try and dodge once in a while, and I don't love that, but you know what? It's realistic. I have to like it, you know. So I see a guy over there, like basically right where my white dot is. There's a dude right there standing there. They roam, they patrol, right? So you want to be careful. I wish you could see a little bit better, but when it's raining, it's really misty. I see 2 guys over there now. There's probably 3 or 4 guys in this area total, and once you kill them, you're good. Okay, and I would say there's a couple houses and maybe a little barn or shed right there in the middle. There's a car. So yeah, we're gonna try and pull this one dude. I'm not gonna throw my spear, because if I miss, then I'm forced to fight with one spear, and if it breaks for whatever reason, I want to try and just pull him. I don't want to pull more than him. Where's the other guy at? Now, you don't have to fight them. They don't usually go in the houses. I mean, unless they've changed that. So you used to be able to, like, sneak in if you could, and then you could loot. But see how the front door's open? You gotta be careful. We're gonna search. Alright, coal is good. Iron fragments are beautiful. You can make nails with those, but they weigh. Don't forget, everything is going to cost you. We'll take that. We're going to leave the coal. Cans. For now, I got to be kind of like picky on what I keep. The rope is amazing. You want rope. You can make it though, actually. So now that I think of it, maybe we're just going to. Now search the kitchen, as you can find. Holy! I was going to say, what's that sound? It sounds like I'm getting attacked. Shit, I'm dead. I never noticed there was two on me. I'm thinking they're kicking my ass. All right, well, that's not good. That's not a good start. So it spawned me back at my bed. All right, and we're going back. I'm not messing around. I gotta go back and take my revenge. When I heard the sound, I barely heard it. I may have to adjust my volume a little bit because, like, I'm thinking, what was that sound? It sounds like like they make like a battle cry, and I was like, it sounds like the battle cry, but I couldn't be sure. And by the time I realized it was too late. They were already both on top of me, and I couldn't even get out. So we're just gonna go back, and we're oh shoot, see? So I let my stamina run out, and you seen how slow I got right there. So we're gonna run back, and we're going to attempt that again. This time we're gonna just try and pull one of them, though. Okay. Maybe I should try and get a stone spear, because man, I felt like you used to be able to do a lot less damage. Oh, look, there's a chicken. That would be bones if I can get him. So right click on this, you can harvest this, and there's some carbs. Okay? And now in my food thing, I have some pumpkin slices, and you can eat those whenever you want. I'm going to keep them there because they'll last quite a while. Should I kill that chicken and try and make a stone spear? I think I should. If I can see him. But they're fast as hell, those things. Okay, where are you, chicken? Yet. I don't see him. I heard him. Let's see. I want to go back and kill those zombies. But boy, if I could have a bone spear instead of a stone spear, that would make the difference big time. Now, you could waste your time. You could make some iron fragments like I picked up there earlier, okay? Which I still have on me. So all the stuff that I had when I was there, I still have that stuff. But those iron fragments, it requires 5, and you have to have your forge. Well, what the heck is this chicken? I thought he went this way earlier, and then what did he do? Go back? Okay. See how fast they are? Hate that. Come here, cheeky. Stop moving. Stop right about there. Right there. Got him. Ha ha! You old clucker. Perfect. Now, some animals you can't even harvest. I'm going to warn you. Chickens you can because they're small, but if you kill like a fox or a wolf or something like that, you will not be able to harvest them without the harvesting table, which means you need a tech point for that. So just be aware of that. So that just gave me some feathers. It didn't even give me bones. What? That sucks. So if I would have brought that chicken to a harvesting table, I would have got more stuff. You'd have got meat. You'd have got, oh, actually, I did get meat, but you probably would have got bones. Like, you get more stuff too. So, you can attempt to, like, frogs, same thing. Like, you can harvest certain animals, but you will get more if you bring it to a harvesting table. And you can't do certain items, or certain animals, like the big ones, like I was saying, without that harvesting table. Well, that sucks that I didn't get a bone fragment or 3. There's some watermelon. We could, harvest that. That'll give me some seeds as well as food again, some different type of food. So it shows you thirst 20, carbs 20, fat 2, vitamins 4, energy 2, right? So everything gives you a little bit of different things. Fat, vitamins, energy, right? So yeah, and the raw chicken, I wouldn't eat it without, see, because your health points go down 20 points if you eat it raw. Mimicking, okay, see that seagull right there? Holy, what the hell is that? Those goats, again, that's another thing that you could kill and harvest, but you need the table for that. So it'd be kind of pointless to do that right now. Another chicken. Alright, we're just going to keep going. I don't want to drain my energy. So this time we're going to just try and be a little more careful. I may attempt to throw one spear. And hopefully not lose it. In the process, I mean, I nailed that little old chicken from that distance. There shouldn't be any reason why I miss a big dude. Okay, stop running. Okay. So I may do that. I'm going to try and pull one. But I need to make sure he's alone. Because you don't see them sometimes. Sometimes they're in the house. Sometimes they're not in the house. They never used to come into the house very often. I'm not saying they didn't, but it was rare. But the thing is I think I aggroed him from the open door, which I'm not used to. Again, they've changed things, which is great. You should be able to aggro him from the door. You know what I mean? Like, so you could like half cheat by sneaking in the back door. You could loot that entire house and not even be seen, which is, half garbage. But at the same time, I get it. You could be stealthy. I get it. But I like the fact that those guys saw me. I wasn't being stealthy. They saw me. I wasn't crouching. I wasn't because you can crouch, right? So make sure you push your C button again, or you'll crawl when you're crouching. All right. Well, I see two of them, but they're pretty close to one another right there. So we are going to. Pretty good, actually, but we need him to stop. If he stops, we're good. Stop right there, man. Oh, he saw me. Shit. I missed him. The hell? Are you seriously telling me I broke my spear? I threw my good spear and broke my shitty one. That's bright. 38 hit points. He's probably going to kill me. Can I outrun them? You can, but he's catching me now because I stopped. I stopped to take a look. I need to make another spear. That friggin' sucks, man. He's still chasing me. That's awesome. Love it. But again, I'm all for realism. He should be still chasing me. You shouldn't be able to just outrun him a little bit. Like, you should have to get some kind of distance from him. I don't know if he's on me or not. I can't see him. It's like a horror game. Is he on me? And then you turn around and he's right there. Oh, no, he's not right there. Okay, well, I think we're safe. I think we've outrun him. Okay, I see some bushes over here. So let's go grab some bush. Make 2 new spears. Yeah, that sucks because I think he regenerates too. So, what do we have there? We need 6 of those. So we will split one, drop it on the ground. We only need 6. We'll grab some stones. Are there any right here though? Without me having to destroy this. We're just going to go ahead and do that. We only need 2 rocks. Craft this into some blades. Oh, by the way, I'm dying. See, I almost died. Again, if you don't pay attention to this thing, see how I told you guys? So that one there is going to require I believe it's this one. Oh, no, it's not. It's the one that's medicated, I believe. No, it's not. It is the one. That's the bleeding one. And I think the other one looks like a blotch of like disease for the browns. Okay, so that's that part. Now I'm going to actually craft these 2 spears like I did earlier. 2 brand new ones. So what I should have done, looking back now, when I respawned, my number 4 key was my shitty spear that I had already done a bunch of damage on those things with. I should have thrown that one and kept my good spear, which I ended up throwing by accident. I have 9 hit points left, so it's not looking too damn good. I'm probably not going to make it, But we're going to attempt it anyway, and we need to, maybe we could eat some food here. Eat a little bit of this, eat a little bit of that. And it's showing me that one of my vitals are low, I guess. Oh, my hit points. Day low. Alright, we're just going to eat up all this stuff right here. And we're going to attempt to throw the spear again. So we have 2 again. Could have switched over to my axe, but axes don't do as much damage as spears. 2 people, or to zombies, or whatever you want to call those things. Vampires, I don't know what the hell they are. They're pretty wicked looking dudes. Okay, there's a guy in the back. Is that a guy? Oh no, there's a dude right there. Stop moving. Stop right there for a second. I can nail you right in your friggin' noggin. Oh, maybe I can. Shit. I completely missed. I went to the right. Alright. The spear is good, though. Not having much luck, friends. You know what? I'm just going to attempt to friggin' sneak back in the back door. Maybe there's some in here now. That's why it surprised me. I'm just going to run upstairs if I can. I need first aid. That's what I need. Nails would be nice too. Green tea tin. Glass. Shit. There's no way he didn't see me. Holy, he didn't see me? Okay, well, he can stay down there. I don't know how he missed me there. I'm not bitching. Iron ore, if you put that on the thing, on a smelter, it will just automatically smelt into iron, which is good. Instead of the fragments, you can just do it straight from there. That's garbage. We don't want any of that. Testing my luck. I know I am, boys and girls, but yeah, I want the iron ore. I know it weighs, but I'll take the fragments too. We're looking for those points, and you can find them on like benches. You can find them at a few different spots. And that thing that I was just looting down there, that cabinet, that's where you can find them more often than not, though. Okay, 1 bandage. That'll replace the one that I used. Oh, yeah. And this stuff will respawn in so many days. So it's good. Some more screws, some more nails. We'll take the feathers. Gotta watch my weight. I don't need clay because you can get clay outside. Like, there are clay nodes. I will show you guys those maybe in the next episode. I'm probably not going to do that this episode. But sometimes right on the top here, you'll see a little piece of paper. And that will be one of those points that I was telling you. So, where's that Z? Is he down here? Or did he go? No wonder he aggroed me. He came right in the house. I didn't realize they did that. But it makes sense. Okay, I already looted this. Looted that. Gonna go over here. What is this? Coffee tin? That's all new to me. I've never seen the coffee. This is just so much room. I want to get rid of it, but I want to take everything else. Alright, so we searched that. Pretty darn good. The only thing we didn't get to search is the kitchen, and I'm nervous because this is where they got me last time. You want cans. Trust me, guys. You do want cans. Okay. I think we're good. Alright. So there's nobody else back here. Now, can I make it? Okay, I see a guy there. I'd love to get into there. Because that could be where the page is. The page could have been in the house, but it could be in that too. It's hard to tell where it spawns. They do spawn at the same place in every playthrough, but I can't remember now. It's been such a long time. If there's even one in this village. Some villages don't have any of those papers to find, but I'm I was just hoping to find one. Okay, there's a door right there. Get. Bone shards. Yes! I want those. Just taking a peek. Tallow, we'll take that. Electrical parts, we want those. Need to try and get upstairs. Right here, see this tech page? Just click the X button. You can do that later. You can like train it later. Because otherwise you could be like, oh yeah, what am I gonna pick? And you're like sitting there humming and hawing, and then you're dead because you are doing that. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this as well. Because you want the stuff to respawn. So that tech page is amazing that I found. I'm friggin' excited that I found that, man. Okay, we could almost get the hell out of here now. I'm pushing my luck to die again. Liver. Cook that. Or... How's my weight? 31.85. That guy has a weapon on him, too. I don't want the clay. Nah, I'll keep it. Because you are going to need clay. And since it's free, I'll keep it. We'll take that. You're going to want the different seed types. Because you're going to probably want to plant a little bit of this game. You can plant, and it's worth doing in this game. Some games it's not, but this one I feel like it is. Okay, I'm pushing my luck. I'm getting the hell out of here because I ended up getting. I only have 8 hit points. I never found. Oh shit, he saw me. We're out of here. I only have 8 hit points, and I never found any bandages. Like nothing to heal myself with. So that kind of sucks. Kind of disappointed that I didn't. But I think we'll be okay. I'm not even turning to look around. I'm just going to keep going. I just don't want to let it run out to 0. Because if I do, I'll crawl. And if he is behind me, he'll catch me easy. But this way here, he shouldn't catch me. Should be safe. I built a place right here on the lake, or it used to be a lake. I don't know if it still is. It used to be a lake right there. Oh yeah, right there. I built it right there before on that little lake. Alright, we want to go up here. So now, to get my hit points back, I don't think they regenerate over time either. I don't think they do. I can't remember. I think you have to have first aid kits in order for that to work, and that's not something we can make anytime soon, so we're just going to have to hope we do. Okay. I mean, I don't want to die. So remember how I said my max hit points will go down? So now my max hit points are 99. Meaning, to get that max hit point back up 1 is a crazy amount. You have to find specific foods that will increase your max stamina. And it only goes up a little blurb. And you have to like fill a bar. And once the bar is filled, then you gain a max health back. So it's like a lot of work. So dying sucks, man. Like you don't want to die 10 times because you'll only have 90 hit points, right? So you have to be very careful. It's not like some games where you can just die a million times and it doesn't really matter. You do not want that to happen here, guys. I don't feel like you do anyway. So anyway, we have a whole bunch of goodies. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to throw some stuff in here. I want to kind of organize this just a tiny bit. We'll move all of this. We'll move all of that. I'm going to put this here if it will fit. Wire, all this stuff, important stuff. You're going to want this stuff for sure. Glass. Pretty much everything in this game is necessary if you find it. It's like this green tin, T10. I don't know what this is for yet, though. It might. I don't have a clue. So I took it because I saw it, but most of the stuff has a really good use for it. So there's no point in throwing it. Biofuel, pff, I can't even begin to tell you how important that shit is. You want to keep it for sure. Um, Potato sprouts, like that seeds, tallow, you're gonna want it, like, right? And cloth, that's how you're gonna make your armors. You can make bandages with it. Nails, there's a ton of recipes that require nails. Screws have, there's some recipes that require screws. They're not as important as nails in my opinion, but you can use them. The bone shards, now we can make the spears, and that's about it. So now our backpack is empty. Again, we only have our hit points. That sucks a lot. I wish I could eat something that would increase my food, my health. Oh, this would. Never mind. I didn't realize that. So we'll eat that. That brings it back up a little bit. That's great. We're not going to bother eating the next one until my stats are back lower, but that helps a huge amount. I don't think any, like that cooked fish, that's great, but it doesn't give me any health back. Neither does this. So we have to be aware of that. Okay, so one last thing I'm going to show you before I end this episode, because it's gone on quite long. We're going to go take a look in the cave. I'm going to show you a little bit around. Okay, you're going to find different nodes in here, right? You can roam around. There's mushrooms in here that you're not going to notice unless you're looking for them. So you're going to get these, okay? These are, this looks, and again, the graphics change. It looks like the coal, but it may not be. Yeah, it is. So if you pick this up, it's going to give you coal. Coal inside of a furnace or whatever lasts a long, it'll basically fill it too full from empty. It'll fill your smelter full to empty. Or sorry, empty to full. All right? Whereas a piece of firewood only goes maybe, I don't know, a seventh or a sixth or something like that, maybe even an eighth, and you need 8 pieces to fill it. One chunk of coal will fill it to full. So these caves are handy as hell for that, because you come in here, you go around, you hit up the 3-4 coal things, and that fills all your smelters for a long time. So that's usually what I do. But I will make a storage box for coal, and I'm just going to fill it later on. It's that easy. These can contain iron, they can contain lead, and they can contain clay, and they can contain rocks. So this one had 2 pieces of lead and a clay. I'll pick up the lead because I'm not overweight yet. But when I come in here, I look and they will just so you'll notice these two respawn since I've already been through here. It goes around. It just does a teeny tiny circle, and then it just comes out on that side. So you just keep running through it, and these things respawn quickly. So you're just going to keep looking for them, and then you just keep hitting them, and you pick what you want. If you're looking for iron, just keep hitting them, and you'll find it sooner or later. So that one had 2 lead and a small stone. We just want the lead again, and again, you don't need too much lead at the start of the game. I'm just taking it because it's there. Looking for the iron ore. There we go. 1 iron, 1 and 2 lead. So 1 iron and 2 lead, that's a good find. Oh, what was that? So see these mushrooms? You're gonna need those for certain like concoctions and stuff later. So don't be afraid to pick them up if you find them. They're all over this place, and again, they're like the rocks. They'll respawn in this cave wherever. You just gotta look for them. You'll find them. Okay. If you're going too fast, sometimes you miss them, like I almost did there. But it's not like impossible to find them or anything. It's not bad. Okay, so let's see what I need. I'm looking for like maybe 4 or 5 pieces of iron if I could. 1 and more lead. I'll leave the lead because we're going to keep hunting for iron. My pickaxe is starting to wear down. I will have to make one of those again soon. Lead, small stone. Okay, we don't want that. More mushrooms there. I just saw them. Anything over here? No. Oh, there's one. Clay. No thanks. Ooh, some more. Oh no, that's clay. I thought that was another note, like a coal note. But nope, it's not. And again, you can keep running around. It'll all respawn. It just sometimes it takes a minute. I'll take another load of this, and then we are going to go out here, and we are going to make our first furnace before we end the episode. Okay, because the very first T1 furnace is not very big. I'm going to warn you now. It's not very efficient. It's not much of anything, but it works, and that's all that matters. You need 25 small stones. Okay, and I would suggest you keep it underneath this. But as you can see, it's red. Okay, why is it red? I wonder why. Well, it's because you need to have it on a foundation. All right. So, in saying that, we cannot build this yet. We would have to build. Can I move this? I can. So why don't we do that? Let's move this. And we're going to put this up here. I make a porch usually, but I usually put the porch. I can always move this later, and I will. But I'm just gonna put it here for now because I need to make some furnaces. So there's just no way around it. You need furnaces sooner rather than later. But the early bird one sucks, and you'll know what I'm saying here in a minute. I put it so that I can see the fire burning towards me, like the draft down below there, where you would feed it. And we're gonna put that there. Are you usually gonna make 2 or 3 of these? I'm just gonna make 3 probably, and that will be plenty. And these take 25 stones each. So we will go ahead and we will mine those stones. It's not super difficult to get them. That's the good part, because there's stuff all over the place here. But it's heavy. It's gonna be. See, I'm gonna crawl back because I have iron on me and I have all the other stuff that I don't really need yet. But we're going to continue. It's not hard. Some of these are clay, I was telling you guys earlier, and I can tell by the looks and the shape of them that they're going to be clay because I've played the game enough, and you'll be able to figure it out as well. If I see one that's clay, I'll show you the difference. Like those other ones are like quite big, round, flat, just like that one. But those clay ones, they have a look to them. So we built that. I put the rest of my rocks there. And if you click on this now, you can put a piece of coal down there, which fills it. Like I say, you can light it. And now you can take these iron ore pieces, put them here, and there will be, again, another circle that fills up. When it's filled, that will be an iron ingot, and that will be an iron ingot. All right, we'll have 2. You can do the same with the lead, which will give you lead ingots. You can do that with copper. You can do that with, there's a whole bunch of different types of ingots that you can make. And you're going to need all of them for the various recipes for different crafting tables, benches. Like there's a whole shit, man. There's electricity in this game. There's running water. I can't even begin to explain how huge this game is. I'm just touching on it today to show you guys, but it's huge, man. Like you will become pretty strong, I say pretty quick. It takes time, but once you're at that point, you're going to be a lot stronger than those vamps, and you will kick their butts real easy. All right, but it just takes time. All right, so don't be too discouraged at the start if you die a bunch of times, especially your first time. My goodness, this game is not easy, as you could see, and those zombies or those zombie vampires or whatever you want to call them, I believe they're called infected, right? Those things they're tough. They're going to kick your ass. And if you don't put some of those spike traps up right away, as soon as they start attacking your base on day 5, you're going to get your butt handed to you. All right, they're going to destroy your shit. So you have to get some of those up and about, and you want kind of like a perimeter of your place so that it doesn't matter where they spawn in from, they can't get to you. All right. So again, there's a lot of strategy. It's a fun ass game. You guys are gonna like this game, I hope. And if you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe button down below, it would help me out, guys. Then I can show you guys more of these cool games. I have, I don't know, another 50 of these games in my, not necessarily this style game, but 50 really fun games that I've bought over the last 10 years. I have them, and I'm going to show them to you guys, all right? One at a time on Thursdays until I have none left to show you. And if there's some that are not that fun, well, you're just not going to see them because there's a few in my library that just suck. The developers gave up on them, etc., etc. So, but this one here, super fun. The Infected. I will leave the link in the description below, and I believe it was $20 Canadian regular cost. Okay, without any deal on. All right. So yeah, we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Thanks.